Welcome to another edition of Digital Marketing 101. I am Solomon Timothy, and today we're gonna take a look at this question, which is, why do I have to do branding campaign? I think it's a fantastic question. Lots of business owners are saying, hey, I'm just trying to run a business. I'm not trying to run a brand, or I don't care. It's a commodity solution that I provide. I just need more of it. I don't really need to create a brand for myself, or I'm so niche down. I make this really, really small product. Only a few people in the world buy it. So why should I focus all my attention on building a brand? I don't need a big brand. I just need to make a couple of $1 million and we're good to go. We're gonna cover that and more. As a business, you have to think about how people actually make a buying decision to buy your products or services. So as a consumer, you have to think about everybody is in a different stage of that journey. The stage at the top, we call this the awareness stage, and the middle is consideration, and the bottom is decision stage. Think about it, very, very simple. You cannot buy a product or service even though you're a small brand. Maybe you're thinking that, hey, I really just sell this little product that nobody really needs to know about. Well, I would not buy your product until I have known that you exist and that you are better than another product, and then I've decided to buy this product. Think about it. I promise you, go back, all the things that you've ever purchased in your life, did you ever buy a thing that you didn't know existed? I bet you didn't. You have to have known that this problem existed, and you know that there's a solution to it, and then you know that there's a specific product that you can buy, right? There's a problem aware, solution aware, and product aware. So up here is problem aware. They're searching for a solution. Hey, how do I fix this problem? How do I generate more sales? How do I get more leads? How do I get more marketing? It's up here. How do I solve this problem about putting these two things together? How do I connect X, Y, Z? You're Googling. That's a very problem aware kind of a person. They're searching for answers, and they land on your blog. They land on your content. They land on your website. They land on your ad, whatever it is, your social media post is right here. They're solution aware. So this is the consideration stage. Now they know, hey, this company exists, that company exists, that company exists. So therefore, maybe I should buy from one of these companies. Let me request a quote on all of them and talk to one of the salespeople and find out if they're a good fit for my needs. So that is a solution aware kind of a system. And then you go all the way down to actually making a product decision, whether you're buying something for your home, you're buying something for your lawn, you're buying something for your business. Every single person goes through this. So in order to be considered in this buying journey, the companies that have the best brand equity typically wins. So you know, as I just said, that the last 5 things that you bought, I promise you, were probably brands that you were aware of. Even if you're buying headache medicine, you're buying a branded product, right, from the pharmacy that you're like, hey, I know that brand, I'm not gonna name a brand here, that brand is gonna solve my problem. Because that brand have spent so much money ingraining into my head that they're better than anybody else. The other product that you might have bought for your business, the ad, when you see an ad on Google search results, you click on a brand that you recognize. So think about for your business, and I know a lot of business owners barely spend any money on awareness campaigns, barely. I mean, I say barely, they're like, everything that I do, I have to drive results. I need results now. Everything is about triple-digit ROI for my business. It's all about results. Everybody's kind of hung up in the bottom of funnel stage. Unfortunately, what that leads to is not enough awareness being built. And then you ask these questions in my comments, hey, Solomon, why do I need to build a brand? Why do I have to do this? And I promise you, again, as I said before, that no one's ever going to buy your product or service if they did not know that it can be a better alternative than whatever else is in the marketplace. Think about that. The alternative is selected here in the consideration stage. This is where I consider TV versus another one. This is where I decide this iMac versus another one. This is where I decide this mouse versus another one. That's the consideration stage. My job as a brand marketer is to work as hard as possible to build as much awareness as possible in every shape or form, right? I want to write blogs, I want to create ebooks, I want to create content, videos, anything I can do to let as many people in my small little niche of businesses or whatever you're focusing on. You might be a B2B company, you might be a B2C company. Hey, in my area, if you specialize in a small geographic area, your job is to make sure that everybody in that town knows you exist. If you solve a problem for accountants of a certain size, your job as the brand marketer is to let as many accountants that fit that bucket to know that you exist, right? That's not your job to sell more of the software license. Your job is to let them know you exist. And then you talk about the problem, and then they naturally will come to the consideration stage when they're ready. When they're ready, they'll remember the problem. I remember this company. I remember them reaching out to me. I remember a brochure. I remember a trade show. I remember a TV ad. Whatever it is. Think about traditional media was all awareness. All you did on TV was, hey, we exist. Here's a product. Here's how you're going to solve it. Lifestyle ads. Anything that you can do to drive demand for your brand. That's what you did. You couldn't tell them what the problem was. There was not a one-to-one conversation with viewers of television. Your job was to build a better brand. Your job was to ingrain into somebody's head that this product is better than another product, right? So back in the day, the traditional media, we calculated two things. It was reach and frequency. Those are the two things that we do. Reach and frequency. What does that mean? How big of a reach can I have and how many times can I show them my ad? Over and over and over. Remember TV ads? It keeps running the same thing. Every 15 minutes, you see the same ad again, and the same ad again, and the same ad again. Eventually, you're like, okay, that's it. Whatever tomatoes is the best tomato ever. I just get it. So-and-so avocados are the best. So-and-so pineapple juice or cranberry juice. You're just kind of like, that's it. P&G has done such a great job. You believe every product that they make is just so good because their ads do exactly that. They built a brand. So when you go to the grocery store, you walk down the aisle, you automatically buy that because of all the work that they've done at your house, indoctrinating you to believe that that product is substantially better. So from an alternative perspective, you know that that's better because it says heart healthy on the cover. Because of heart healthy, you know you need that one, and everybody else has the exact same ingredient, but all of a sudden you now know that the angle that they used worked for you, right? They've told you they're the best. They're the number one company to solve your problem. So in the consideration stage, it's a no-brainer. How did that work? Because of the amount of brand awareness that they've done. And then finally, you went to the aisle and you paid hundreds of dollars to buy grocery when you didn't even need all that much. And then you walked out because of the fact that somebody in that marketing department worked really hard in convincing you that they are better. Now, this is a true story that happens in every single person's life. We all are making buying decision based on what we see. We make buying decision of our cars based on 100,000-mile warranty. Bam. That was marketing. Somebody had to use that to say, hey, that messaging really resonated with a certain audience. They want warranty. They want a car that is not going to break down the moment you leave the parking lot, right? You don't want that. So if you want a car that is reliable, then buy this car. This car is reliable. Other car manufacturers have ingrained into your head that they're more safer than other cars. You know exactly what car brand that is. And because of that awareness, you buy it when you're ready to buy the next car because the last one broke down and you fix it 8 times and you're not going to fix it again. Bam, I want a car that's reliable, or I want a car that's safe because I have 2 children or I have 6 kids or whatever it is. You want to do that. That's how you do it. Or if you're an outdoorsy person, there's a car for you because that's the thing that they've marketed to you and you believed it. And obviously in consideration stage, you know it because this is the kind of person you are, and that's the car or truck or whatever it is that you're going to buy. Why should you do it? It's not a why anymore. It's how much should you be investing into awareness? How much should you be investing into letting people know of their problem so they can become problem aware, solution aware, and finally product aware so that they can buy more of your products or services. I know this is a lot of information that I throw at you, but it's easy for a marketer, but it's really hard for business owners. So if you have more questions on, hey, what should I be doing? Can you help me run more of my branded search ads, right? When I search for my company, I see my competitor bidding on it. Have that ever happened to you? You search for your company and your competitor's ad shows up. Why do they do that? Because they want to piggyback on your brand and they want to choose them over you in that consideration stage. So many companies don't get that. And sadly, you might be losing business just because you're letting your competitors sort of take over your brand name. So anytime you can piggyback on that brand, anytime you can use as much of that brand equity to drive more business, you will make more money. In fact, the more awareness your company has, it's super, super easy to convert customers just because people know you exist, right? People know that you exist and you've carved out a niche solution that you provide to a particular type of customers. People know in that niche, you are the best solution for them. And that's the alternative part. Once they know that, they're automatically going to choose you. And when they choose you because of your brand awareness, they're willing to spend more money. They're not just willing to pay what the market rate is, they're willing to pay a premium because all of us have brought a branded product and we spend significantly more than the alternative. Sometimes 3 or 4 times as much. And think about that. If that happens, is there power in branding? You tell me. I don't need to convince you. My job is to let you know that we make buying decisions all day based on our affinity towards a certain brand or the fact that a brand name is going to come through more. We think the warranty is better. We think they're going to be better. They've been more established. Smaller companies have a hard time getting customers just because they don't have the awareness. People are skeptical. I don't know what happens if those companies go out of business. Same exact problem. People think you're more established because of the fact that you have huge amount of brand awareness. Hopefully you gotten some value. If you have more questions, reach out to one of our consultants. We are here 24/7 to help you answer your biggest of marketing challenges. That's what we do here. We've been doing this for over a decade. We'd be happy to answer you, guide you down the right path so you can build a bigger, stronger brand for your business. And if you like this content, click that like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment, tell me your biggest marketing challenges, your branding challenges, or how much you should spend or where you should spend. I'll be happy to answer any of those questions for you, and I will see you next time.